not surprised to hear that you are a New York native because I feel that I can sense that in the music. Like there's a lot of attitude, there's a lot of this kind of understanding and paying homage to the roots of kind of this culture. How did you stumble upon club culture? Is it something that your parents were into back in the day? Not at all. Not at all. Your parents are suspicious.
No. Let me see. So it was odd. So like I would say like early teen years, I was like super into heavy metal, like Pantera, and then from that like industrial metal, like Nine Inch Nails.
Yes.
Like, and like all that stuff. And then I just kind of like got more and more into electronic stuff. And then like I don't know, like hip hop. I've always just listened. Like I don't know, like people are like, someone once asked me like, "Are you a hip hop fan?" And I'm like. You get Hot 87 is the only decent radio station that comes out to Long Island, so it's like there's no choice. Like, you listen to the radio, like, you're just going to listen to Hot 97. Like,
right, of course.
Yeah, it's like asking a fish, like, do you like water? I'm like, I never really thought about it. You know, like, you just listen to rap music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So so your first club experience, though, I want to hear how you were alerted. Were you a kid who was sneaking into places? I mean, the New York scene is very legendary, but was it cool to grow up amidst that, or did you just kind of find it later?
I didn't make it out to clubs until I was about 18. I think my first club was Twilo.
What's that?
It was like this legendary club over on like 47th Street now. I think it's a strip club.
Perfect. Even more legendary, if you ask me.
Yeah, no, but it was with Sasha and Biggie used to play, although I never saw them.
Nice.
I went on like they would have a Thursday or Friday night. They would do raves there. So I went to a rave there and I saw like pizza.
Fuck yes, raves, classic. Now, are we talking like late 90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s?
Like probably like mid to late 90s, like probably 97, 98.
That sounds like a wonderful time to be out at a rave. That's like pre-rave act, or is it already getting shut down?
It was probably like 2 years before Giuliani did the cabaret laws. So I mean, like it's one of those things where I feel bad being like, like you guys just don't understand how great it was. It was really that fucking great. Like, it was so crazy. Like it was just nuts. And then from there I think I went to like Concrete Jungle at the Wetlands, like Limelight a bunch of times, which was just like bananas. And then like random raves on Long Island.
Yeah.
Like Stuck on Earth. I went to a rave, it was like the Vanderbilt, which was like this rock club, and they just rented it out and just utterly destroyed it. Like it was just like 1,000 rolling teenagers just putting out cigarette butts on like a carpet. Like, it was just terrible. Like we were awful human beings.
Amazing.
We just destroyed this legendary rock venue. It was super fun.
Talk to me about what was different then. Like, I can understand and relate to the feeling of being an old person who's like, it was better in my time. But like, what would be something that you would see or experience out at one of these parties that you just don't see anymore?
I mean, like, all right, first of all, like, there was no phones. Like, we had beepers, and, like, that was it. So, like, to even find, like, a rave, like, you had to, like, someone would hand you this, like, 3-page glossy flyer, and you'd have to call a number, and then, like some person would have, like, an info line. You'd call the info line, and they'd tell you, like, where the party was. And then you had to hunt for it. Like, there was no, like GPS on your phone. Like, making it, like, half the time you didn't even make it to the party. Like, you couldn't find it. Like, you just turned around. Like, you have to drive, like, the ass into Long Island, or, like, you go to the city or whatever.
Oh, my God.
Like, when you will find the damn party, you just give up and end up doing something else, you know?
I never thought about, I've always loved that clandestine feel of like those types of raves, like flyer raves, like call for location or whatever. But I never I never stopped to think about how many times people just didn't make it.
Yeah, or like people would get lost, and I remember like I went to some upstate rave, like maybe like late 90s, early 2000s, and like you couldn't find it, and I think we just like pulled over the side of the road, just like party, like, and then everyone got lost in the same way, and 20 or 30 people just dancing around like a car stereo.
That's incredible. And because there are no phones, you're not concerned with like, oh, someone's gonna post a photo of me faced tomorrow, so or now.
Oh, and everyone dressed awfully. Like we were just like so stupid. Like we just dressed like total idiots. Like
what was the color pants?
I mean, it was like oversized blue jeans, and like you know, like if you look at the old photos of like kickwear and like what was it? Kickwear and like Jenko and stuff, like all the models are great. You look so dumb in those.
Yeah,
like, no one actually looks good in real life in those pants.
It's true. I remember the fat pants days. Although I think it's funny that like there's all this talk that Gen Z wants to bring baggy clothes back, and I'm like, if you're not ready to rock Jenkos with a wallet chain, then I don't know if you're really ready for this life.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not bad at the retro like cycle.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Like I mean, like remember like the metal T-shirt thing like 3 years ago? Like that made me so happy. I was like, oh my god, like people used to make fun of me for wearing this in high school, and now I can just like pull this out of the closet and just wear like my old metal T-shirt and a pair of jeans and just a flannel shirt and just be like styling. Like this is my own thing.
It's your time.
Yeah, like I went on Facebook and it was just like 4 or 5 people I've ever was like, you know?
Yeah. I always was ahead of the crowd, you know.
Yeah, like 20 years ahead of the crowd, like you know, yeah.